So, Ken, the Wall Street Journal reads, the IRS wants to look at your bank account. On your next trip to the ATM, imagine that Uncle Sam is looking over your shoulder. As if your annual tax filing wasn't invasive enough, the Biden administration would like to look at your checking account. Charles Rettig, the commissioner of the Internal Revenue Service, wants banks to report annual cash flows for ordinary account holders. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is promoting the plan, and the House Ways and Means Committee is debating whether to include this mandate in the Democrats' $3.5 trillion spending bill. Ms. Yellen says the reporting will help to catch wealthy tax dodgers. In a recent letter to the committee, she said the plan would reveal opaque income streams that disproportionately accrue to the top. Yeah. The wealthy are evil, and I'm sure they're all hiding their money in the bank. You stupid woman. Seriously.
Well, this is unbelievable. Had I not seen that this was an actual article, I would have thought this was a spoof from The Onion. This is so unbelievably outrageous that the federal government is kicking around the idea of being able to look into our bank accounts. Let me tell you something. This is going to get nasty right here because there's always another way around it. Every time government tries to move and pivot to take away our personal freedom, people figure it out. And I hope some bankers are paying attention right now because I'd be looking for some shortcuts.
Can you imagine that this would not help deposits?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's going to disrupt and destroy an industry. Yeah. I got to tell you.
The IRS plans to review every account above a $600 balance, or because that's the people that are, these are the wealthy tax dodgers here.
Well, there's the catch.
Yeah.
It's not about wealthy people. It's about everybody.
Yeah. It's about control. Again,
it's time for some pitchforks to come out. I got to tell you,
a little bit of a need probably a couple of torches to go with the pitchforks.
Yes,
it's also a privacy breach waiting to happen. Not long ago, the confidential tax records of Jeff Bezos, Mike Bloomberg, and other wealthy Americans were exposed by ProPublica. Whoever leaked or hacked those records committed a crime, but the IRS has revealed nothing from its promised investigation. Adding bank account info to the IRS trove would risk the disclosure of savings and spending information of political adversaries in the same way. No, that would never happen. 23 state treasurers and auditors signed a letter last month opposing the plan, calling it one of the largest infringements of data privacy in our nation's history.
You think? By the way, watch this. Watch how this might just flood the cryptocurrency thing becoming an outside fringe thing to an actual everyday thing. That's why this thing is out there. I'm not endorsing it at all. I don't do anything with it. I want to be very clear. But that's where this is coming from because of this government overreach. You watch it. It's just going to, if this happens or even tries to happen, it's going to create a tidal wave of mistrust and all kinds of problems. It's laughable. It's so absurd. It really is. It's mind-blowing that they think that this could actually happen.
Well, and you know, I would think that probably one of the more powerful lobbying groups, even for Democrats, would be the bankers.
That's why I laugh at this.
And I would think that they would put their big heel on this and grind, because this is going to create a lot of cost for them, because they have to build systems to report this to comply. This is a billions and billions of dollars of cost for the banking industry.
Yeah. This,
because
to
by
me,
God, if you got $750, Joe Biden wants to know it.
Oh yeah. And first of all, let me just say this: I have no. This is an opinion. I just don't think this has any legs to it all. It's so ridiculous. But the emperor is officially not wearing clothes. That's where we are right now. This is such an unbelievable
Wait, he did that
suggestion. Too? Yes, on top of everything else, he's taking his clothes off.
Birthday suit needs ironing.
Yes,
Don't
it
do
does.
That.
Yes,
Don't
it
do
does.
That. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's just so absurd that this policy would even be floated.
No, it's just, but it's you know, it goes along with a lot of the COVID overreach and some of these other things that are overreaching constitutional rights. And it's been going on for some time.
Yes.
And just how much before people bow up on it.
I think this would do it.
Apparently there's a weather problem with Southwest Air right now.
Yeah.
The weather everywhere Southwest Air is flying is bad.
Yeah.
And so they're struggling with weather.
Yeah.
And everywhere they land is a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this has statements and policies and supposed things, even if you don't implement them, if you just toss it out there like a trial balloon that has a grenade attached to it, it still has implications.
That's a great point. You know
it
what this
reverbs through these industries.
That's absolutely a great point, Dave. This is a threat to privacy. A threat. Right now it's a threat. It's not an attack yet, but it's a threat. And I don't know if there's anything more private than our bank accounts. You start talking about people's money. I mean, we're talking, you've been doing this for a long time. We're talking crazy emotions around your money and the privacy of that.
Yeah.
This is a threat to privacy. That's what this is.
Yeah, it's like a banana republic where you can't trust the banking system, so you have to keep your money under a mattress, and you have to stay off the grid because you can't. It's not trustworthy.
That's correct.
They lie, they steal, they cheat in some of these crazy countries. And are we going to devolve into that with this kind of movement out of the federal government? Of course, the good news is we've got a group of governors on several of these issues that are saying your overreach doesn't extend across our state line. We're not going to allow it. And then we've got another group of governors that went, oh, yeah, we're all in. Whatever you want to do. We're with you, Big Joe. Yeah, this is out of control. Out of control. The tyranny is real. So, yeah, just let them poke around in everybody's bank account. Not to mention how much that costs, not to mention how much you do, but every time you get ready to move your money that you earned, they want to know about it. Yeah.
We'll see how that works out.
This is The Ramsey Show.